What's up, guys? Market update Friday, January 13th. Friday the 13th. It's 6:21 a.m. Eastern in New York. All right. I don't normally trade Fridays, but I'm here today. I did not actually take a trade yet, at least. So let's see. Go through. Now, euro dollar, I really find to be bullish, yet sort of inconclusive and not really in a good position to look to get into a trade at this point. It was a good week on the euro dollar. It got that short here. I'll show you my other trade. Um, Besides that, I didn't take anything on euro dollar. And we've moved up into new high ground without really weakness, which is very important. And this is bullish over this recent range to move up like this on lower volume, medium volume. 5-minute as well shows that. Also, I marked this fib area to really just to kind of get information. And we don't see weakness coming in these crucial areas right now. So the projection is right now to move to this top. This is not typically a point where I'd look to get in long, but that's the projection right now if you're looking to get in. And once it gets to that high, unless there's a lot of weakness, it does seem likely to break because, again, there wasn't much selling before, and we may end up doing something like that. Now, there is news. Really, the only high-impact news hasn't happened yet at New York for, what is it, retail sales or something. So that might get things going on the dollar pairs. But that's the projection right now. Since it's not running into sellers, it made a new high, higher low, higher high, and not hitting sellers at that crucial point. So it's likely moving back up. But I'll pass on a trade on that today. Now the pound dollar, bearish. I took a short yesterday in this area. My stop loss was above here, so I survived this. So that was another very good trade. It was a good week. I'm no longer in that, and now we have the retracement in this bearish environment to the fib area. And these were two areas marked to look for shorts. This was the first one, obviously. And we are there, and we're seeing some weakness. It's not bad. We have this. We entered the fib area, and this. If we look at the 1 minute, because it's all about price areas, not time frames, we have weakness here. Where did we first enter? Here. You see the volume there. So we're seeing the selling and the weakness where we want to see it, the activity. But, basically I say the higher the better volume on this. And you can see, if we look at today, it's not that high. The increases are certainly there where we wanted it to be. But could be higher. Now, if it goes up again, we may get that. And this can go as far as a 618 and a slight overshoot and still give that weakness to look for the short entry. But it's really, again, not bad. You can judge for yourself. The higher, the better. So it's not huge. It's not great. It's not terrible either. And again, the 1 minute shows. So the way into this trade, and I better get this video out soon, the quickest way in is if you were testing this automatic support area. Originally, it was the 14 EMA test. It's also previous swing, daily pivot. It's a whole obvious test area, very much so. So if you're testing here and you're seeing low volume and you're breaking as a result, entry. So no high volume, no sign of strength, and you get this sort of pattern, that would be the cleanest, quickest way to get in at this point. But again, higher prices, more weakness, and look for the setup after that. If it starts to move down and you're seeing high volume, that could really be an issue, and you wouldn't want to take that. So you're testing for buyers. You do not want to see them active in there. So that is one of the best opportunities potentially coming up. Then you also have, well, if we look at AU, the story with this is the uptrend, real deal, but it's definitely running into some weakness. It hasn't, actually, I took a short yesterday. It hasn't shown climactic volume, but there's consistent weakness throughout. What would really make this a good reversal trade is if we move up, you really get something standing out on the 1 hour chart. And again, if you look here at the weakness that came in here, it was high volume. This was sort of rare, extreme high volume, which most days you're not getting. But if you look at this stuff here, We did get some higher volume off of that rejection. And the 5-minute, just to show you some of that. Weakness there, weakness there. So, and it kind of sat around and eventually played out. So this uptrend is hitting some sellers. It could end off with a bang. It's been a while. It's been a strong uptrend with climactic volume here, and looking to short there would be very nice for the retracement. Now, if it moves down, on the other hand, now if it moves up, again, just to finish off, need that weakness. I'm not looking for a breakout. And, you know, if there's not a strong weakness, high volume weakness coming in here, there's no trade. I'm not trying to chase it. Smart money's been long, and it'd be really a step behind. Okay, now if it moves down, again, there has not been so much overwhelming weakness that I cannot consider a long. I just have to get away from this high and move down and get a proper retracement to look for that long entry. So that's what that second one is. Now it could be off the support, and that's likely where it would set up if it didn't. You still also have this area, 50 EMA and fib, so it could go lower to set up for the long entry. And that would be just fine. You're getting into a trend that's relatively healthy. It's seen some weakness, but after that pullback has occurred, you're in reaccumulation, right? And that's where you'd be looking, and that could be a good target area if it doesn't continue the trend. Pound yen is pretty much, you're in a downtrend. This is pretty textbook stuff. Downtrend, no overwhelming strength, particularly off the low price, very important. We're talking about today, this was aggressive selling, some buying here, but it aggressively sold through, and no signs of strength and accumulation off of that. Healthy trend, obvious trend. We get a pullback, and now potentially a fake break. And this is fib, and you know, we had some stuff marked. This is a fib zone. And we can get a fake break pattern. Are we getting the weakness to get into that? Again, like the pound, there's some. And that's that zone there. And you see the volume there is higher than the previous, whatever that is, 20, whatever. Is it high? Not very, very high, right? So it's the same situation. It's an okay setup. I did well this week, and I'm not taking an okay setup. If this was higher, I'd be looking to get in. Or if we, again, can move up, then maybe we'll get that nice high volume off of that area so we can get a better setup. So that's really the situation there, though. It is bearish. It is looking to continue the trend. If you can get some better weakness on an up move, then you'd be in better shape to short. Ideally, it could even go there, really do a fake break of that swing and give a very good entry there off of weakness. Very good risk reward, very good probability if we find it there. But really anywhere in here. And the only thing that would make this bullish is a down move and high volume strength. Until you see that, stay with this trend, retracements, weakness. AJ, again, uptrend. Fib retracement, nothing complicated there. 50 EMA, fib. We hit that area, some strength. The story is like these okay setups, some strength. Now, if we can dip down again, that's what this is. We get that chance. You see the reoccurring theme here. We get that chance maybe to see some better high volume to convince me to take this trade. Something like that would be nice. And really get that strong sign of strength in our predetermined area here. Now it could go as low as the daily pivot 618. So in this area to find that strength properly setting up, then look for that test in the entry. Get into this trend, and there's a nice projection to the high and maybe continue for another leg. That's about it. EJ is a little sloppy. I haven't traded EJ in a while. They're just not gelling, the two currencies. Dollar CAD has a nice situation if you can get to this price. We're bearish, we're in a downtrend, and you can have a nice sign of weakness, fake break here would be a very good trade. Now, I haven't seen the weakness, so I'm not looking to get into this until I see that. It looks bearish. It is not much buying down there, weakness. But I haven't seen weakness here where I really want to see it. So a sign of weakness on an up move would get me into this and expect this down move back to the low and maybe continue. So maybe popping up there would be ideal. Now it is Friday, and as it gets late, you know, there could be some profit taking out some of the positions that are in the market, which I don't trade much on Fridays and haven't mentioned much. but as I have mentioned it in my videos and stuff, Friday does see profit take. So whatever positions smart money is in, you might see. So for example, the short on the pound, we might come down and suddenly get a sign of strength. I wouldn't go against the background and the trend and everything and thinking that's pre-positioning for a new move as we get into late Friday. It's not profit taking. Again, this could come down, maybe show some strength, because all the shorts are in the market. It may come down a bit and show some strength. It's not going to tell me look to go long as the market's closing and change direction from the background, right? So just be aware of that. It tends to happen after 16 GMT, 17, 18. All right, guys. Hope that helps. See ya.